Welcome to the Snapfingers TV. Snapfinger focus on decrypting the integration communication of the crypto world. We enjoy deep partnership with developer communities, business elite, key media, and financial institutions who have great insights and experience in blockchain and fintech. Today, we are really excited to have Ning, the global marketing and partnership of Apron Network, here to talk about importance of decentralized infrastructure network and what they are building on Polkadot ecosystem with more secure, stable, and rich functionality services. Actually, a few weeks ago, we met Jacob and Eddie from Apron Network already and heard a lot about you from them. So today, I'm super excited to finally have you on the show. So welcome. Just give our community some context about you and Apron Network. Ning, could you please briefly introduce a bit about who you are, what you do, and what's your interest in blockchain, and what made you decide to start Apron Network?
First of all, I want to thank Snapfinger TV for inviting us today. My name is Ning. I'm in charge of global marketing and partnerships at Apron Network. My responsibility is to connect and promote our network on a global scale. I work with a lot of both developers as well as investors. A little bit about myself, I started investing in crypto since 2016, found it interesting, so continue to be involved and invested in the crypto space. Prior to Apron, I participated in the early stage of many projects because of my recent interest in Polkadot network and really believe the vision of Apron Network. So I joined the team. Personally, as well as our team as a whole, we really want to try to make a contribution to the Web3 ecosystem.
I would really like to dive into more detail about Apron Network. Would you mind to share with us more a bit about what market gap or difficulty that Apron Network are trying to solve? Also, what are the product market fit for Apron Network?
We are a relatively recent project. Our story begins in 2020. At the time, our tech team was working on another blockchain-related project. In late 2020, there was a significant incident happened where Binance, MetaMask, Coinbase, and a lot of other projects all went down at the same times for around 2 hours. The project we were working on at the time were affected as well. The cause of that event is because the node service provider these companies rely on were using Infura failed to update their Ethereum on time. After this happened, our team started thinking, how could we avoid this happening? Is there anything we can do to improve this? And this is where Apron comes in. Apron is a decentralized infrastructure service network that provides service to developers, application users, infrastructure operators. We provide service such as node services, on-chain data indexing service, quotation service, and many others. Apron is developed using Substrat, which can be operated as a parachain to Polkadot and Kusama network. And in the future, we are planning to connect to multiple public chains, provide our developers with low-cost, multiple decentralized infrastructure service. And as of now, we completed the seed round of our financing and has also obtained a grant from Web3 Foundation.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, congrats. Yeah, so as you mentioned in the previous, Apple Network will provide infrastructure service such as node service, on-chain data indexes, and quotation for Kusama, Polkadot, and Hako ecosystem. So is there any condition for the developers to become a node? What interest will they get?
We have already begun to provide services on Hako, the Huobi chain, which will adopt the technical architecture of Apron Network. You know, as we all know, DeFi projects on Hako is developing rapidly. It captures mass market attention, but they're lacking in infrastructure service. Our project on Hako will help us to establish a starter user base. You could think of it as a demo version of our future product, which is a very important first step for us. To become a Apron service node, you only need to use Apron SDK and deploy it to your own server. This way you can quickly gain access and become a node service provider with us. A node service provider, you get two parts of income. One is paid income from user using your service, and the second is mining revenue rewarded by our network.
I'm wondering, are there any other competitors so far for the concept with the purpose of Infura. And maybe you have already touched base for this question earlier in the first question, but just want to highlight what are the advantage for Apron Network compared to other competitors.
Service providers on Apron Network will likely to face competitors such as Infura, the Graph, API3, and other projects that's relatively in the same subdivision. But currently, the products on the market only offers centralized service, and these services mostly focus on its own subdivision, which means that there is no general technical solution to link these together. Essentially means there haven't been a project that is truly decentralized, which that's good news for us. It means that we don't really have any direct competitors.
So you mentioned about centralized and decentralized. So can you tell us more a bit why does the blockchain ecosystem need a true decentralized infrastructure service platform like the Apron Network?
Every project that needs a node service and they require node service to operate. Currently, most of the project relies on a centralized service like Infura because it's just too costly and time-consuming for any single project to maintain their own node. Like I said before, events happen where these service providers failed to update and cause many projects went down at the same time. At Apron, what we do is we combine the force all the individuals who has the capability of running a node. That means they have their own server and provide our customers with a choice of working with all of them at the same time. So even when some of these providers go down, our users won't be affected since there are still many other providers working for them. Basically, Apron is a much safer, convenient alternative to centralized node service. We are envisioning and adapting within or without the crypto space of being a truly decentralized infrastructure provider. So hopefully we will see our service provided in a lot of different areas in the future.
How Apron Network provides extra responsible security as compared to other systems? Maybe you can clarify them in simple terms. A lot of people here are not from technical background. If you can explain more detail and simple, I mean, like it will help more ordinary folks like us to be cheered into your project.
Yes, definitely. In terms of security, just to give an example, we offer encryption to all the service provided by our service provider so that when someone is trying to attack our customers by hacking into the service provider, they won't even know where to go because they don't know who is providing for their service for them. That's why it's important to have a decentralized service like us.
Can you share with us more detail and information about the tokenomics of APN token? Because we know that you guys are going to issue this token, right? Could you please share with us more detail?
Yeah, here is the exciting part. That's what a lot of investors really want to know. The economic model of Apron Network is really similar to Chainlink. APN is our native token, which will be used for actual payments with business application scenarios. When users use the service, we will charge a service fee, which will be locked or destroyed. So APN has a deflationary model. We also have two staking portals, which will lock most of the token to increase the chance of user to earn income from staking. We are aiming to be a multi-chain network, and APN will be our only token. And as we progress, the uses of APN will be more diverse.
Then how will the demand of your token increase in the future? I mean, like you mentioned about the functionality, maybe in short term, but how about in the future? And what should you do to increase token demand?
Demand of our token really exists since in order to use our service, you need to pay in APN. And with the increase in user, in order to facilitate the payment of these users, it's not ruled out that stable coin might be adopted in the future as a payment method. But even if stable coin as payment opens in the future, paying in APN will always be cheaper.
You are in charge of the partnership and global marketing, right? So marketing is a central element for every project so that everyone knows the potential that project can bring is vital of achieving the goal set. So what is your strategy for attracting new users and investors to your platform and keep them local?
We really have an amazing community, and I would like to thank to all of them. you have seen supporting us from developing and just overall growth of our network. We have gathered a strong group of supporters in the early stage who are really plan to contribute to us in the long term. We will continue to focus on exploring partnerships to enhance our community activity. We really want to focus on bringing our community closer. We are planning to host a series of campaigns and events to engage with our community members. We focus on 3 types of community. First one are the developer community. Second is our service providers. And third is our investors and token holders. We will also constantly hear about new ideas and developing and testing new products just to increase our overall quality and service.
Can you introduce a little bit about the investment lineup and your partners?
Our seed round and private round is funded and concluded, which is backed by institutions such as PACA, NGC, DFG, Digital Renaissance, Candec, Bigger Ventures, and many others. We are currently have worked with Polkadot substract tech communities like OneBlock and Rebase. In the future, we want to host regular meetups targeting developers. Like I said before, we are strong in community building.
Before we end, could you tell us something about the roadmap or Apron Network? And also maybe there are some cool and exciting things are happening right now from you guys.
From the perspective of traditional software and information industry, Apron Network is a form of middleware service. Middleware is an important bridge among industries. The definition of middleware is kind of software that provides the connection between system software and application software and facilitate the communication between the software components. Application software can use middleware to share information and resource between different technical architectures. In blockchain middleware can be understood as a kind of software that provides communication between blockchain application and blockchain software, helping these developers make better use of underlying protocols and developing application better and faster. Apron must become a decentralized version of these services, providing users with API access service in the decentralized manner, accepting Ethereum and also supporting multiple chains such as Bitcoin, Polkadot, IPFS, and many others. In my personal opinion, I think 2021 as the beginning of the Web3 and Polkadot network, and we do saw a variety of projects being released in the past few months. We are just received a grant from Web3 Foundation. We will continue to extend our network into different ecosystems. We are planning to provide node service to Ethereum and Polkadot in the Q2 of 2021 that's coming up, and that will be a milestone for our development. From then, the adoption of other ecosystems will be much easier.